Good morning. It is Tuesday, August 22nd, about 4:30 in the morning, and I just woke up from just a few hours of sleep. It was really hard to sleep last night because today is the first day for me of the Notre Dame Trail. And I'm here in my hotel room just getting ready for the day. I wanted to share a few thoughts. It is raining outside, drizzling right now, but through the night there were some thunderstorms and I think some more are expected. So it's going to be an interesting first day as we walk 16 and a half miles today on the Notre Dame Trail from Rochester up north in Indiana on our way to the University of Notre Dame, as you can see in this shirt here. And so we'll see what lies ahead for us. I also want to give a shout out to the over 82, I think is the last count, of people that today are also starting their walk at home. Joining me virtually, if you will, from all across the world, including the UK and other parts beyond our borders here in America. 82 people have signed up to walk with me for Fiona and Friends, because that's my purpose and my goal here is to help raise awareness and raise some funds in honor and memory of my niece Fiona for rare disease research for a particular disease, NKH, at the Center for Rare and Neglected Diseases at Notre Dame. And as today is going to be a little bit raining and wet, I think doing some shout outs and photos along the way is going to be a little bit challenging, so I just wanted to get them all out this morning before we start. And that is with some sponsors that have signed up to support me. And first and foremost, the entire walk sponsor is the Fitzpatrick family, Mary, John, Carter, and Maggie, and their two little kitties, Xylee and Keegan, as well. Thank you so much, Fitzpatrick family. This is for your daughter and your sister, who was an inspiration to our entire family for the almost 3 years that she was with us here, and continues to be an inspiration for all of us as we move forward with our lives in her memory. I have a day sponsor as well for this first day, and of course it couldn't be anybody but my mother and father, Walter and Elizabeth Nolte. They have been with me, obviously, since my first day, in love and support, encouragement, an example that they set in leadership and how to live your life. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for your day one sponsorship. This day is dedicated to you. I also have a number of mile sponsors that have signed up to kind of support me and encourage me mile after mile. And so today there's actually 16 of them, and so I'd like to share their names with you, give them a shout out as they follow me on the Notre Dame Trail. First mile is Bill Panici of White Creek Realtors, one of the first people I met in Washington, D.C. When I was looking for a place to live. He was the realtor of the co-op that I happened to come across for that owner, and he's been my realtor ever since, with numerous transactions, and a real dear friend. I enjoy our brunches on Sunday. So mile 1 is for Bill Panici of White Creek Realtors. Mile 2 is Mike and Leah Ryan, fellow Notre Dame alumni and fellow members of the Architecture School Advisory Council for several years. Good friends, dear friends, also a former co-worker in Leah. Thank you for mile 2 is dedicated to you. Mile 3 is Jean Kimbrough, a friend of a colleague of mine. And Jean, I thank you very much for your support coming down all the way from Florida. So mile 3 is for you. Mile 4 is Britt Peters and Associates, a structural engineering firm that I'm working with on the AC Hotel in Spartanburg, South Carolina, that's nearing completion, opening up this fall. Britt Peters and Associates, you guys are wonderful. I look forward to working with you on many other projects in the future. Mile 5 is Jason Arnold, my best buddy and best friend from college, architect alumnus who now works at the State Department. Thank you so much, Jason. I know you're with here in spirit in mile number 5. Mile 6 is Raymond Boney, a very dear friend of mine and a partner in many ways. Thank you, Raymond, for your support and your love and encouragement as you always give year in and year out. Mile 6 is for you, and mile 7 is for Arthur, my first non-human supporter. Arthur is a canine, a little Basenji dog who I love dearly, and thank you so much, Arthur, for being there. I know you'd be walking with me if you could, however, probably not in the rain today because I know you hate rain, but I know you're with me in spirit. Thank you, Arthur, for mile 7. Mile 8 and Mile 9 are a duo, Monica and Robert Dew. Also very dear friends of mine that I've known for, gosh, decades now, and colleagues of mine at the firm. So thank you, Monica and Robert. Monica often calls me her son, as I rightfully am, if you will, and I think of you as a second mother to me as well. So thank you, Robert and Monica, for Mile 8 and Mile 9. Mile 10 is Eddie Lankin, a client of mine at the firm for many, many years. Worked on a number of projects with you, Eddie, and always appreciate your support and your encouragement and your friendship throughout the years. So thank you, Eddie. Mile 10 is for you. And Mile 11 is a new client, Tommy Thomas, dear friend of my boss for over 30 years, and came to our firm recently to work on a new project in his country. So thank you, Tommy. It was incredible meeting you, and I know you're quite the walker too, so you walk, this is nothing for you. 16 miles, you do that probably in half a day, every day. So thank you, Tommy. And Mile 12 and Mile 13 is a double whammy for 2 miles, and that's Rob Stewart, a longtime friend of our firm and my boss in particular, and many of our principals. Rob, thank you so much for your support. It means a lot to me, and you're a good friend of the firm, and look forward to continuing to work with you on many new and exciting projects through the years. Let me scroll down here. Mile 14 is Jennifer Ash, and a duo as well with Mile 15, Syed Hussein, two dear friends from Maine West Township, Maine West High School, if you will, excuse me, Maine Township, where we studied together, and still, wow, gosh, it's maybe 25 years now or so when we started, I think. Oh gosh, I can't even remember. But in any case, still dear friends. Don't see either of you very much, and that's my fault. But in any case, I do appreciate your love and support, and supporting me in Mile 14 and Mile 15, Jennifer Ash and Syed Hussein. And lastly, to round up the day, is Mile 16, and that is a dear family member, Lindsay and Jacob, excuse me, or call it Jake, Holly, and their daughter, excuse me, Holly Betcher. Lindsay is the daughter of my cousin, so I'm not sure what technically that makes second cousin, I believe it is. But in any case, I think of you as my cousin directly, Lindsay and Jake, and I couldn't be more happier to have you round out and finish day one strong with your support in mile number 16. So thank you all. I love you very much. So with that, I think I'd like to just conclude and give some additional inspiration, if you will, to the folks that are walking at home. 82 of you strong. I'm not sure how many miles you're going to cover today, but thanks to Aaron Reeder, a dear friend of my partner, who has put up a challenge for those that want to participate but can't be here physically in Indiana to do the trail, to walk at home during these 5 days. However many miles you'd like to walk, to join your family, your classmates. I know a number of my nieces and nephews are getting their classmates to walk with them. They're going to record their mileage on their Fitbit, or their app, or any other kind of GPS tracking device. And at the end of the day, kind of take a screenshot or share with me to my email, sean.nolte@comcast.net. And we're going to tally up all the miles that everybody walks over these 5 days. And Aaron has pledged a dollar amount contribution per mile, of which then I will match 100% to, again, help raise awareness and also help raise some funds for fighting NKH at the Boiler Precision, excuse me, still a little early, Precision Center for Rare and Neglected Diseases. So that's what we're doing today, day one on the Notre Dame Trail. Get out there. Little Elmo here's my good friend. He's not going to be joining me today because I'm afraid he'll get wet, because it's one of those days I think that no matter what you do, you're just going to get wet. And that's okay. It's just water, and we'll carry on and carry strong. So with that, I'll sign off, and remember, we are walking for Fiona and friends on the Notre Dame Trail. So go Irish, get yourself walking. Bye-bye. We'll see you later on the trail.